In the quiet, sunlit lanes of Rahim Yar Khan, where every house has a neem tree leaning over its wall and the call to prayer mixes with the sound of children playing cricket in the street, lived 76-year-old Razia Begum. Everyone called her Dadi Amma. She had snow-white hair always covered with a soft dupatta, small round glasses that slipped down her nose, and a laugh so loud it could be heard 3 houses away. Her courtyard home was small but spotless, whitewashed walls, a charpai under the neem tree, a few clay pots of tulsi and mint, and one old black-and-white photo of her late husband Haji Sahib on the mantel. Haji Sahib had passed 7 years earlier. Since then, Dadi Amma's days followed the same gentle rhythm: far prayer, sweeping the courtyard, making chai for the neighbors who dropped by, feeding stray cats, watching PTV dramas at 8 p.m., and talking to Haji Sahib's photo before sleeping. Dekho ji, she would say to the frame, aj bi sab thikhtha. Her only daughter, Saima, lived in Lahore with her husband and 2 teenage children. They came once a year for Eid. Phone calls were short. Busy hoon, Ami, Saima always said. Dadi Amma never complained. She just smiled and said, Thik hai beta, dua karo. But the house felt too big for one person. One rainy September afternoon, while Dadi Amma was sorting old clothes in the storeroom to give away for winter, she heard a tiny, pitiful meow from behind a sack of rice. She moved the sack. A small gray kitten, no bigger than her palm, was curled in a corner. Wet, shivering, one eye half closed from infection, fermented. It looked up at her with the most pitiful green eyes she had ever seen. Dadi Amma stared for a long moment. Then she sighed the sigh only grandmothers can sigh, the one that means, I know I shouldn't, but I will anyway. She picked up the kitten very gently, wrapped it in an old cotton dupatta, and carried it inside. She cleaned its eye with warm water and a soft cloth, fed it milk from a small steel bowl, made a nest for it inside an empty biscuit tin lined with an old shawl. She named her Choti because she was so small. That night Choti slept pressed against Dadi Amma's side, purring weakly. Dadi Amma lay awake listening to that tiny motor and whispered to the ceiling, Haji Sahib, ye to tumani beja haina? The next morning Choti was already exploring. She climbed onto the kitchen counter and knocked over the sugar tin. Sugar everywhere. Dadi Amma came running. Ari oi Choti! Ye kia kar rahi ho? Choti looked up, blinked once, then sneezed, sending a tiny cloud of sugar into the air. Dadi Amma tried to look stern. Failed. Laughed instead. From that day the mischief began. Choti discovered that Dadi Amma's dupatta ends were perfect for climbing. She would hide inside the folds when Dadi Amma wasn't looking, then pop out suddenly and make her jump. Choti learned how to open the steel dabba of biscuits by pushing the lid just right. Dadi Amma would find one biscuit missing every evening and Choti sitting innocently with crumbs on her whiskers.